Minna, Genki! Hey everyone, it's Aaliyah with Beyond the Frame, YouTube's #1 resource for everything behind the scenes of your favorite films, TV shows, and animes. And today, we're talking about the anime Dandadan, a recap on episode 11. Now, before I get into it, I have to ask, does anyone else want to strangle Jiji? Because this kid is driving me up the wall. Like, dude, back off! How dare you come in this late to the game trying to stir shit up? Unbelievable. Seriously, Momo, you better get it together and not fall in love with Jiji. Oh my gosh, this square romance is getting out of hand. As you can tell, I have a lot of feelings, so let's get into episode 11 of Dandadan.
Jiji?
Momo?
なんでいんの?
モモの幼馴染で初恋
Episode 11 continues after Momo opens the door to find Jiji standing outside, and we learn from Seiko-san that Jiji is now officially living with Momo. Okarun's face nearly broke my heart. Man, he does not deserve this. We watch Okarun spiral down a rabbit hole by comparing himself to Jiji as a massive wave of insecurity slams into him like a tsunami. But we quickly find out that Jiji's parents are in the hospital, and that is enough to tell us there's more to the story than just a mere love rival. Although, this love triangle between Jiji, Momo, and Okarun did slightly remind me of Inuyasha's love for Kikyo, who was his first love and someone he had a long history with, compared to Kagome, who was the new love interest.
犬でしょ?
やっぱ怒ってるのか
怒ってない。ただ、お座り。
Now, as Okarun is leaving the house to head home, we see their adorably cute goodbye with blushes blooming in the air. And if you haven't already caught it, part of the reason Okarun struggles with his feelings whenever he sees Momo and Jiji together is because it's a reminder that even after all he and Momo have been through, there's still so much they don't know about each other. This is even more apparent when Okarun sees Jiji casually referring to Momo by her first name without any honorifics. I'm sure many of you know Japanese is huge on honorifics, and depending on who you're talking to, the level can change. So for Okarun, he calls Momo Ayase-san, which is her last name followed by an honorific. Typically, only close friends and family will use your first name, compared to most of the world where using a person's first name is standard. Returning to the episode, Jiji finally has a moment where he calms down and he takes the time to sincerely apologize to Momo for making fun of her when they were young, because not only does he know he was wrong, he can also see spirits! A bit of a backstory on Jiji, he follows the stereotypical Osaka man who is known for being loud, brash, flashy, and a bit crude thanks to Osaka's history as a merchant city. Jiji's very dramatic, which can come off as super annoying, especially when he's trying to charm and be cute to the ladies. A popular archetype I think of for Jiji is the lovey-dovey character. We see Jiji behave like this multiple times with Momo, and he embodies this archetype because of his overly optimistic and energetic personality, wanting to be best friends with everyone he meets, like a social butterfly. A perfect example is Tamaki Senpai from Oran High School Host Club, classic shoujo manga.
かわいいぞ春日そのはにかんだ感じがグーベリーグー
And just like Tamaki Senpai, once you peel back the layers, it's easy to see Jiji's kindness and ability to admit when he's wrong, not to mention his respect for Seiko-san, who he never realized was actually Momo's grandmother. Going back to the episode, we see Okarun internally freaking out about Momo and Jiji, but Momo brightens his day at lunch, and for a few short seconds, all is right in the world. Until Jiji it up and ruins the mood, which only gets worse when we see a strange half-skinless man running out of the school heading straight for Okarun. Definitely did not see this plot twist. Yukinobu-san, you got me again. He goes by the name of Taro and lives in the science room with a large number of spirits sprinkled throughout the school. In the episode, Taro continues running, and as he gloriously leaps in the air, Momo gets a clear shot of what appears to be a golden ball, immediately triggering an anatomical manhunt with all three kids running after Taro to get that golden ball. Okarun pulls out Turbo Baba, and we get a taste of adrenaline before it comes to a screeching halt, and we realize Taro wasn't running away from the school. Rather, he was running to Hana, his true love. Something about Dandadan that never ceases to amaze me is how sweet the romance is. So powerfully sweet, in fact, that Okarun becomes greatly inspired by Taro's words to Hana. Taro's utter devotion and uncompromising will to never give up pushes Okarun to pull up his big boy pants and fight for Momo's love. drama. And of course, right when we're cheering Okarun on, the episode ends. But don't panic, we still have one more episode together before the end of season 1, so hang in there with me. This is Aaliyah with Beyond the Frame, Dandadan episode 11. Are we in? Are we out? What do we think? Let me know. If you're like me, then you're probably gonna want to rewatch every episode in preparation for the season finale. I highly recommend you watch my episode 10 recap for a deep dive into what a kappa is, because this will be very important to know, with certain characters returning for an epic fight during this Cursed House arc. If there's something you loved in episode 11, please leave a comment, because I want to know what you're thinking, how you're feeling going into the season finale. I'm not ready for Dandadan to end, but we have one more episode left, so let's savor every moment of it. And remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ja, mata ne!